Session 4. Research Methods. Session 4.1. Introduction to Health Research. Stages in Proposal Preparation. Stage 1, Technical Planning. Stage 2, Administrative Planning. Stage 3, Writing of the Proposal. 3.1 Technical. 3.2 Administrative. Phases. 1. Identification of research problem, rightward arrow. 2. Planning, rightward arrow. 2.1 Technical Planning. 2.2 Administrative Planning. 3. Implementation of plan, rightward arrow. 4. Dissemination of research results. Activities. Stating the problem. Analyzing the problem. Stating the research question, hypothesis clearly. Rightward arrow research question. Technical planning. Setting the research objectives. Literature review. Designing the research. Research design. Sampling design and sample size. Plan for data collection. Plan for data processing. Plan for data analysis. Plan for dissemination of results. Rightward arrow research proposal. Data collection. Data processing, analysis/interpretation. Ring the research report. Rightward arrow research manuscript. Administrative. Work plan. Research team. Organization and recruitment. Duties/responsibilities. Budget preparation. Social preparation. Etc. ASCII. Alt. Parts of a research proposal. I. Title. Descriptive of the content of the document. Relatively short but with ability to arouse interest. Two-part title are sometimes useful for complex topics. Or to pair a descriptive title with the research design or something a little catchier. Avoid acronyms and abbreviations. Examples. Leukemia incidence among workers in the shoe and boot manufacturing industry, a cohort study. First National Health Literacy Survey, prevalence of limited health literacy among Filipinos 15 to 70 years old. 2. Introduction. Background information and scientific justification. 1. What is the study about? A. Inform readers about the magnitude of the problem or burden of disease of interest. B. Describe the research problem. Describing the research problem. Content. Concise explanation of what is to be researched about and its context. Purpose. Introduce the reader to the problem/issue to be investigated and its importance. Place the problem in the context of the health issue. What is known, what is unknown, and what is the knowledge gap? What is desired, what is the current situation, how the research results will contribute to achieving desired situation. 2. What is the significance of the study? A. How results can contribute to the evolving body of knowledge. B. How results can impact on practice of profession, clinical, public health. Policy. Research. Convincing, claims supported by literature. 3. Research objectives. General objective. Overall goal of the study. Specific objectives. Specific outcomes. 4. Literature review. What is known, what is unknown. Provides intellectual context for the research. Synthesis, what is known, what is not known about a given research problem. Weave those contributions together in a logical, systematic way to tell a story. Jessen, J. 2011. State of the art. Up to date. Includes major/landmark research. Limit to research reports directly related to the research problem. Literature review is not a laundry list, summary of related studies, each with a summary paragraph. Laundry list. ASCII. Alt. Not laundry listing but synthesizing. Combine separate ideas to form a coherent whole, link studies with one another. Incorporate a train of thought that progressively builds towards the very research topic for which the review is being conducted. Smith. Identify patterns and trends. Points of agreement/disagreement. Areas for further research, knowledge gap. Synthesis matrix. Ask a librarian guides, write a literature review, synthesize. ASCII. Alt. Sample synthesis, based on 12 articles. Medical student mistreatment was initially described in 1982 by Henry Silver, who highlighted its similarities to child abuse. Subsequent studies have found that the majority of medical students in the United States experience some form of mistreatment during training. Two reported mistreatment ranges from gender and racial discrimination to physical intimidation to public belittlement and humiliation. Clinical faculty and residents are the most commonly identified sources, but other perpetrators include nurses, ancillary staff, and even other students. The experience of mistreatment during training is not unique to the U.S. Studies in other countries describe similar problems. 10-12. Source: Cook et al. The prevalence of medical student mistreatment and its association with burnout. Format of tabulation of synthesis. ASCII. Alt. Key phrases for describing the current situation. Little is known about. Findings of previous studies are conflicting. Few studies of this have been done. Note: avoid the statement "no study has been done." If needed, justify by stating the databases accessed and search terms used. V. Methodology. 1. Research design. 1.1 Type of research. Key elements. Study population. Definition. Eligibility criteria, inclusion/exclusion and method of ascertainment. Recruitment process. How? E.g. flyers, in person. Who? Avoid undue influence. Schematic diagram. 1.2 Major study variables. 1.3 Setting of the study. 2. Sampling. 2.1 Sampling design. Definitions: target pop, sampling population, sampling unit, elementary unit. Step-by-step procedure. For complex designs include flowchart/table. Example. The sampling design to be used for the selection of respondents for the study will be a stratified 5-stage systematic sampling design. The stratification variable is main island groups of Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. The first stage of selection. Sampling unit. Method of sample selection. First. Province. Systematic sampling with PPS. Second. Municipality. Systematic sampling with PPS. Third. Barangay. Systematic sampling with PPS. Fourth. Household. Systematic sampling where the sampling interval k equals n/n. Fifth. Individual 15 to 70. Simple random sampling. 2.2 Sample size. Justification for the sample size, pro forma. For estimating a parameter, EX proportion. A minimum of 255 informal settlers are required to achieve a 95% level of confidence, precision of 5% given an estimated prevalence of HPN of 21%, ref. For hypothesis testing, EX cohort. A minimum of 428 per group, or 428 immunized and 428 unimmunized, are required to achieve a 95% level of confidence, power of 80%, given an estimated RR of 0.5, ref. For hypothesis testing, case control. A minimum of 52 per group, or 54 with osteoarthritis and 54 without osteoarthritis, are required to achieve a 95% level of confidence, power of 80%, given an estimated OR of 5.0, ref. Include reference/S for the values used. Specify percent allowance for non-response/dropouts. 3. Plan for data collection. 3.1 Operational definition of variables. 3.2 Method of data collection. A. Method of data collection by objective. Methods matrix. Methods matrix 1, data collection plan by objective. Study variables refer to research objective, socio-demographic variables. ASCII. Alt. For primary data, who is the respondent, for secondary data, name of document. Socio-demographic variables, for describing the profile of study participants. If records review. Describe the source document. Who collected the data? How data were collected, method. What is the nature of the data? B. Description of the data collection instrument. Number of items and what these items are. Different sections and briefly describe each section, estimated time to complete. Example. X. Description of the data collection instrument. The HLS AsiaQ is a 104-item questionnaire consisting of 5 parts: demographics, 11 items, health literacy survey, 47 items, personal health information, 15 items, functional health information, 7 items, and social and economic information, 7 items. Point 16 Permission to use the questionnaire was granted by the Asia Health Literacy Association. The questionnaire will be translated in 8 dialects following the translation, back translation procedure and taking into consideration cultural perspectives. The Philippine version of the questionnaire will be pilot tested. The questionnaire was developed based on the integrated health literacy conceptual model and definition of health literacy formulated by Sorensen et al. And has been validated in selected Asian countries. Point 18 The 47-item health literacy questionnaire measures the perceived ability of performing tasks related to health literacy by asking respondents to rate the items using a 4-point scale. The distribution of questions is shown in Table 5.6. Tolabing et al. 2017. If existing instrument is used. Statement that permission was obtained. Acknowledge the author/owner. What modifications were made? Localization process. 4. Plan for data analysis. 4.1 Descriptive statistical measures. Summary measures. Dummy tables, at least one per objective. 4.2 Inferential statistical method. Estimation or H-testing. Rightward arrow can be summarized in a data analysis matrix. Data analysis matrix, statistical tools per objective. ASCII. Alt. 5. Possible biases and measures to minimize them. Limitations of the study. Information bias. Proper temporal sequence in ascertainment of variables, analytic study, quality assurance/quality control. Pilot testing of instrument, training of data collectors. Anonymity/confidentiality, for sensitive and controversial data. Data processing, double entry. Selection bias. Representative sample, descriptive study. Selection of study groups independent of the variable of interest, analytic study. Confounding, for analytic studies. Matching, restriction. Randomization. 6. Ethical consideration. Recruitment process informed consent form, ICF. Process of obtaining informed consent. Anonymity and confidentiality including data protection plan. Risks and measures to mitigate. Potential risk. Measures to minimize the risk. Social and privacy risk. The name of the respondents will not appear on the questionnaire. They will be assigned to a unique code/identification number. The name of respondents will only be used for electronically signing the informed consent form or checking the agree statement which is not linked to the questionnaire. The respondent's record and information will be kept private and confidential at all times. Only members of the research team will have access to the list of names of participants with their corresponding number. Also, data recorded in the computer will be kept secured with a password that will be known only to the members of the research team. During data processing and analysis, their name will not be included but only the code/identification number. All the online platforms have good security, only the survey builders, the PI and COIS, can access the data. Result of the study will be reported as aggregate data. Psychological risk. The following information are included in the ICF. Scientific rationale underlying the survey. The estimated time it will take to complete the survey. Safeguards to protect anonymity of study participant, that is, no name and contact details are required on the questionnaire. The ICF and the questionnaire are two separate forms. Access to the ICF form/list of names of participants will be limited to the research team. Reminder to the participants that they can withdraw or limit their participation if they become uncomfortable answering the questions. Existing available mental health related online consultation platforms provided. Benefits. Note, PLS refer to the National Ethical Guidelines for Health and Health-Related Research for the complete list and the format of the ICF. Asterisk Administrative Section. Work Plan. Budget. Ethical Clearance. Social Preparation. Secure permission from study site authorities. Team organization. Research team composition and job description of members. Organization chart, lines of communication. Facilities/supplies and materials. 6. Work plan. 7. Budget. 8. Plan for dissemination. Presentation of findings. Research fora. Conferences. Etc. Publication. Scientific journal. 9. Plan for utilization. X. References. The content of the lecture is based on the module entitled, Developing a Research Proposal, by MC. Tolabing. 11. Annexes. Data collection instrument. Copy of ethical clearance. Others.